There's a new study from Harvard that reveals how napping could have negative impacts on your health. Why can't we have nice things? Why?
Can't even have a nap.
We can't even take a nap.
Yeah.
Like the joys of napping are.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, so there's a study out of Harvard, 86,000 healthy middle-aged adults. They used an actigraph. Have you heard of an actigraph before?
No, never have.
It's like a watch-like gadget that you can wear.
Oh.
And they track people's sleep
Okay.
for a week. They followed these people for 11 years that they did this. 11 years. They observed people taking longer, more frequent naps, especially late in the morning, were linked to a higher risk of death.
Right. Yeah, and I
Great
think
news.
it's important to point out here is it's not so much the napping that is the problem.
What is it,
The
Heather?
problem is the underlying issues that are causing you to
take the
these naps.
Right.
You know, maybe you have sleep apnea, right? Maybe you have some sort of, sort of a dementia
Right.
that's causing problems with your sleep. Maybe you have early signs of heart failure. These are all things that you need to take seriously because you might not be, even if you think you're sleeping 8 hours, you might not be sleeping a very good 8 hours, which requires you to nap.
Yeah.
So I'm asking for a friend.
Yes.
For someone who works early shift, comes home, takes a big power nap. Do you think that plays into this at all? Do you think,
So actually
friend.
they specifically took people out. Harvard took people who work those kinds of shifts out
They
of
took
their
them out of the
study.
study.
Because those people are going to skew it one way or another. We know that people who work those shifts though have less healthy outcomes.
Right.
If you're working, like a nurse
Yeah.
or things where you're working, a firefighter, things where you're working
shift worker.
overnight,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
But I have actually brought this question to sleep doctors because I think it's something that's really interesting if you do shift work.
What have they told you?
And they have told me that you should take a nap, is that you can, it's better than just that limited amount of sleep. If you're just sleeping 4 hours a night, it's better for you to try and get some more sleep later.
Something.
It's not ideal.
Yeah, of course not.
it's not ideal. Ideal is for you to get all of your sleep
One big
together,
chunk, yeah.
right?
Well, let's be real. That's not
But
realistic for a lot of
that's
people.
not for some people who are doing that kind of work. That is not realistic.
So you
but-
shouldn't stop taking naps necessarily.
Yeah, no, not necessarily.
Yeah.
But if you are feeling drowsy on a consistent basis during the day,
Then you should talk
you
to
need
your
to
doctor.
get it checked out.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, because like you said, I mean, you could be putting yourself in a warning sign for things like heart failure, like dementia, like an undiagnosed sleep disorder, like you just said. So napping
Right.
itself may not be bad, but it could be a warning sign for some of those
something else is going
Right.
other issues
Yeah.
that could pop up later on that we've
The thing
seen.
is, like, and if you've done shift work for a long time, you would also know that it sort of messes with your sleep cycle. It messes with your circadian rhythm. So to get back into a regular sleep cycle is not an easy thing. It's not an easy thing to do. So it's another reason to. It's another reason to be on team anti-nap.
How do you think Pauline Lee's doing today?
I think Pauline Lee is resting.
Is she resting
Yeah.
right now? Because
Yeah, her
Just
last day was
get
on
back into it.
Friday.
last time was on Friday. Maybe she's getting back into it now.
Yeah,
I hope so. I'm going to continue to take naps for now.
I think you should.
You do
I
you,
think
sir. You
should.
do you. What are your thoughts? Drop us a comment below. We want to hear from you. Look, we've all been there before, whether it's jet lag, a big test, taking care of a sick kid, or just a busy night. You just don't get that good night's sleep.
And while some of us may try to make up for it after the fact, there's actually something you can do ahead of time. It's called sleep banking. And according to the Washington Post, it's when you get extra hours of sleep before a night of sleep deprivation.
This seems smart. So if you
Seems
act
smart.
ahead of time, you can actually benefit if you don't need to sleep.
Yeah.
Have you heard of this before, sleep banking? Have you heard of
So
this?
I haven't. They always say that you can't catch up on sleep.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but going the other direction, bank
Right.
it up beforehand. It's worth trying if you have the opportunity or time.
So
Right.
apparently, according to this Washington Post article, it got its roots in the military, and they were looking for strategies to reduce fatigue in soldiers before like a long mission. So, for example, if you've got a mission coming up tomorrow and you know that you can't sleep for 24 to 48 hours, if you make those preparations ahead of time and maybe get a couple of extra hours, maybe an extra hour
Wow.
ahead of time, and so you add an extra hour before you go to sleep, and then you wake up an hour late, that can help you in the long run
Interesting.
and actually help you. So they say it can improve your performance, it can help with your alertness during subsequent sleep restriction, and apparently there's better performance for shift workers. So you think people who are working the night shift or people who have those long duration shifts, maybe even us.
I mean, that's what I was going to say. This shift is a very tough one. You know, you get in at 3 in the morning and leave around noon. So when I was prepping because I knew I was going to work today, I woke up early yesterday.
Oh!
You know, because I was like, I want to go to bed early.
Yeah.
Didn't happen, of course. But
so instead, if you would have gone to bed an hour earlier and then actually slept in yesterday, that could have benefited you.
A little more helpful.
But they do say, the study said that sleep banking is not meant to replace consistent quality rest.
Of course.
Yeah, well, you bring up a pretty good point. Like, you can't just, I don't know, for me, I can't just choose. It's like, oh, I just want to throw in an extra 3 hours today. Like, my body's just like, no, it's time to get up. It's time to do things. So, like, I kind of find it difficult to be like, oh, I'm going to plan on banking some sleep because you just don't have that luxury all the time. Your body isn't used to it.
Do you guys have this problem when you try to go to sleep and you hop in the bed and you're like, okay, if I go to sleep right now, I can get 3 hours. It's ticking down two and a half hours, and it keeps ticking down. And all of a sudden, like the time you were supposed to be resting, you've lost it because you were looking at the clock, like trying to go to sleep.
That happens all the time.
More often than not.
Oh my goodness, we've all been there before. So they say it's best to try this 1 to 2 days prior to your scheduled shift, and that could lead to some benefits. So for example, if Wednesday, today would be the day you try to.
Might be good if you have a big car ride coming up that you need to wake up super early for.
That's a good point.
You know,
road tripping it.
That's
a good point.
Yeah.
We want you to join the conversation. So leave a comment below. We want to hear what you think.
So we've heard that sleep experts say hitting the snooze button isn't the best thing for you.
And now a new study by Mass General Brigham shows people who hit the snooze button around 50% of the time when the alarm goes off. And people who hit the snooze button slept for about 20 minutes extra. So even though the experts say it's not good for you, half of us are still doing it. Are you two in that half?
Yes, this is I have very strong opinions about this, and I can't wait to hear what you guys say, because we work such weird hours. That, like, I have noticed if I snooze, my sleep, if I get like if I don't snooze, I get way better sleep in that like 20 minutes than if I wake up and go back to sleep. So I don't snooze, but I'm curious, and my husband thinks I'm so weird. Like, he thinks I'm I don't know. I'm like, it's not that bad. What about you guys?
So I snooze, but I'll set my alarm for earlier than I actually want to get up, and it's sort of like a teaser to yourself, like, oh, I actually have 20 more minutes. But
it's not.
But it's nice to not have to get up like right when it goes off.
But you're still up.
I don't care.
That's for me.
It's
Like,
just a feeling.
you're probably so tired you just fall right back to sleep for that 9 minutes.
Or I'm just like trying to stay partially present.
Yeah.
What about you?
My fear is if I hit the snooze button, I'll just fall back asleep, and then game over on that one too. But I'm the same as you.
So
Katie.
you're not a snoozer.
I'm not a snoozer, and the reason is like I'd rather get sort of that like more uninterrupted sleep. But I can see the benefits of the snooze. Like there is nothing. I don't want to get up. Boom, that alarm clock is off, at least for 9 minutes.
Yes. And it's sort of like a little internal boost of joy.
Oh, there we go.
It's worth it. If it brings you joy, then it's worth it.
It's like,
Heather and I are like, we will take the extra 5 minutes unconscious. And that brings us joy.
Yeah, exactly.
And my husband is with you, Shayla.
Okay.
It brings him joy.
Everybody likes what they like, right?
It does not bring me joy when I hear the alarm going off 65 times. I'm like, would you turn that thing off?
How do you navigate that? Like, you guys are in different places.
Oh, well, we've been married for about 10 years, and we're still working on it. He's gotten a ton better. Thank you, John. I love you very much. But, that was a struggle.
Hey, we hope you enjoyed WCCO's Talk of the Table.
Be sure to leave a comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.